They were both 27, chasing life with the kind of reckless hope only true love can ignite. Ava was fire and laughter, an artist who painted with her fingers and heart. Liam was steady, a quiet dreamer who built the kind of future she could fly in. They met one autumn morning at the dog park when her golden retriever, Honey, barreled into Liam, knocking his coffee into his lap. He should have been annoyed, but she looked at him with those wide eyes, full of apology and starlight, and said, "I think she just picked you for me." That was it. From then on, they were gravity to each other. They talked of tiny houses in the woods, of skylights over their beds so they could fall asleep beneath the stars. They wanted a studio filled with canvases and a baby named June. They were in love the kind people write songs about. And so when the day came that Liam blindfolded her and said, "It's a surprise," Ava trusted him completely. They were driving upstate. Honey in the back seat, her tail thumping against the seat. It was drizzling a light mist on the windshield. Ava was singing along to the radio, her hand out the window, catching rain. Then it happened. A deer darted out from the trees ahead. Liam hit the brakes. Hard but Honey, startled, jumped forward. She clawed at Liam's shoulder, panicking. "Get her, baby, get her," Ava called, trying to calm the dog. He took one hand off the wheel. 1 second. That's all it took. The car hit a patch of slick road. The tires lost grip. Everything spun. The sound of metal crumpling, glass exploding. Ava's scream, then the world went black. When Liam woke in the hospital, the fluorescent lights buzzed like distant static. He tried to speak, but the nurse only laid a hand on his chest. "Honey's okay," she said gently. "She's with animal care." But she didn't have to say it. He felt it. In the quiet, in the hollow ache of his ribs and the coldness in his bones. Ava was gone. The funeral was a blur of black suits, rain, and white flowers. She would have hated. Liam barely spoke. People offered condolences like paper cut small, sharp, endless, but it was Honey who broke him. She would sit at the door, staring, waiting. She refused to eat for days, whimpering every time he touched Ava's things. And then one morning, Liam found her gone. He searched everywhere until he reached the cemetery. There, curled like a broken thing at the base of Ava's grave, was Honey. Her eyes were red, her nose pressed to the stone, whining, trembling. She came back with him, but it became a ritual. Every morning, without fail, Honey would slip away, find her way through streets and traffic and hills, all the way to the same place, to the earth where Ava now slept, and she would cry. Liam later learned from the vet. Honey had suffered a small fracture in her leg that night. That pain, mixed with trauma, had made her panic. It was her sudden leap, her sharp claws that made him swerve. And somehow, she knew that it was her. Now, 2 years have passed. Liam never forgave himself. But he lives quieter now, closer to Ava. He built that small house she dreamed of, alone, on the hill overlooking her grave. It has the skylight they planned. At night, he lies beneath the stars, wondering if she can see him. He paints Egan only her smile, her messy hair, her rain-kissed cheeks. And every day, at dawn, Honey runs, alone, to that patch of earth. The dog cries every time, because guilt lives in more than men and love. True love never dies quietly. It stays in paw prints, in paint strokes, in the ache that fills the silence between heartbeats. And Liam? He whispers into the night, "I'll find you again, Ava. Somewhere the roads are dry and the sky never falls."